So this is today's harvest. Some tomatoes and some small Cuban peppers. My white eggplants are growing there. And here, purple eggplant there. I've harvested a few jalapenos from here. These are banana peppers. Here are some cucumbers to be. 1, 2, 3. My squash, my potatoes, Cuban peppers. That plant has hardly grown at all. Eggplant, sweet 100, cherry tomatoes. I haven't harvested any from here yet, but there's a couple right there. I don't know what's happened here. Off the sticks. These tomatoes I harvested a bunch, as well as these. These are delicious. Jalapeno peppers. Has a few and tons of flowers. Eggplant. This sweet 100 cherry tomato, I'm just letting it be as crazy as it wants to be because I can only tie it up but so much. But there's a ton of tomatoes on this plant. And I've harvested some already. Basil, eggplants, and marigolds. Cobwebs have made a web here. Cobwebs have made a web here. I can't even speak. Spiders have made a web here. As usual. My sage, everything and more. My mints, if you can see, have gone to flower, which is something you don't want to see in the garden. A volunteer tomato there. A volunteer tomato there. So I have to come and chop all of this down. I could still use it for tea. I would just have to snip off the flowers because I don't want that shit in my tea. And I can also put it in my waters because I love the mint in my water. I cut down a bunch of the mint that was over there. Red bird, ¿dónde tú estás? I hear it. Can't see it. That's the robin. This mint here, one of my neighbors gave me this pot of mint. Spearmint it is. And it's also gone to flower. Some fallen sunflowers. My marigold. It's just growing, but it hasn't bloomed yet. A sad looking cucumber plant. A rogue cosmos flower, which I love so much. Another sweet 100 cherry tomato. More jalapenos. You know, I think the jalapeno plant, I bought a jalapeno starter thing and I bought a hot cherry pepper starter thing. And I feel like the hot cherry pepper was mislabeled because I haven't seen a hot cherry pepper yet. My okra, this is exciting because look, my first okra to be is right there. So it starts off as a flower and then the flower falls and what's left in its place is the okra. And so hopefully I'll be harvesting at least 3 okras. Oh my God, I'm being eaten alive by these mosquitoes. Eggplant. This, oh look, it has tomatoes. This whole pot of tomatoes is a volunteer tomato. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 plants in here. I don't know if you could see. 4 plants, and there were so many more, but I sacrificed them and I said only the strong will survive, and this is what's left of it. But it's huge. Let me come to the other side. This is, from the looks of it, Cuban pepper. These are banana peppers. This beautiful pot of flowers has been blooming the whole time. Yo, when I tell you, this does nothing. But the color you're seeing on the screen is not the color I'm seeing in real life. That's not even the color. They're more of a blue. Here they look more purple. In real life, they're more blue. I don't know what the hell is going on with my cosmos. Here, this is also a volunteer cosmos. Peppers. Cubanelle peppers. I think this plant may have bit the bucket, but I don't know. The raised bed looking crazy as hell, but it's fine. I've decided that it's fine. My sunflowers are blooming. I got a second round of roses. Let's get closer to the sunflower. Ooh, excuse me. Isn't that pretty? One there. This one down yonder. Two down yonder. And then this guy. Hello. Oh, look at that. Que maravilla. It's just so beautiful. Alright. Let me see if it has a scent. No, not really. Alright, so this is what's exciting. Let me show ya. I just discovered this the other day. A couple of weeks ago. So this right here, this is all the lamb's ears. And I grow it in memory of my sweet baby King, because when I go like this, these ears are wet, so I'm not getting the full effect because I just watered the garden. But when they're dry, touching it feels like my dog's ears. So I planted it in memory of him, and I tell you, I was this close. It's flowered. But it feels like cotton, like a sponge, bro. It's like such a fun plant. Alright, I'm being attacked by the sunflower fucking stalk. So boom, that's mint, a weed, lilies, weeds, morning glories, and then the sunflower patch. So boom, this I found out from a YouTube channel called Far Away Village. Oh my god, such great videos these people post. They were making tea with some dried herbs, and I was like, no, not tea, they were making butter. Butter? Or was that the tea? Oh god, give me the strength to remember. She put nuts and this. Alright, so she was making butter, and then she was also making a tea. So when she made butter, she put these dried things in it, and I didn't know what the fuck they were, right? Fast forward to later in the video, they start making tea, and it was these leaves. It was these leaves, all right? And I said, hold up, is this edible? Can you make tea out of this? So I go on the Google and did some Googling and found out that this plant right here, the lamb's ears, is in the mint family. Could you believe it? It doesn't taste minty, nor does it smell minty. Mira pa allá. It smells refreshing and fruity. I want to say, yo, I hope no pets have come into this garden and decided to hide out in the fucking yard, in the basement. So it's like a juicy fruit gum kind of a scent and flavor that I get from it. So I harvested. Let me show you what I did here. So I found like a little patch like this, right? Oh my god, the roly-poly right by my finger. And I clipped it like right here. So I just clipped like this off, which I'm gonna do right now with my thumb if I can. Oh man, I couldn't, so I got the whole thing, but I'll clip it. I'll cut that when I get to the table. Me marie, carajo. So you take this and you boil it and you make a freaking tea out of it. And the shit, when I tell you, was one of the most refreshing teas I've ever made in my life. I couldn't believe it. Not only can you make tea out of this, but you can also eat that shit. You can dehydrate it and add it to, things like they were making homemade butter, and she added it to the butter along with some chopped nuts. If you take the new growth like this, because it's more tender, you can do stir fries and shit. So you're not gonna catch me eating this, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it was like biting into cotton, I tell you. I didn't like it. I had boiled the shit, put it in my tea, let it steep, and then I said, let me try it, see how it tastes. And I put a piece in my mouth. I bit down once, and I immediately spit it out of my hand. I immediately spit it out of my mouth. because it was like biting down on a fucking wet cotton ball. It was not an enjoyable experience. Here's a look at the chaotic garden. I pull weeds every time I come down here. And every time I come down here, like, so you could see where it's like less weedy, that's where I pulled weeds. But yo, the weed garden, I wish it was a different kind of weed garden. Look at my wall of morning glories. It's out of line. It's made it all the way over there. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty beautiful. And I've yet to see one morning glory flower because I have not been coming down here in the mornings, which is a shame. But just seeing it like that is enough to make me happy when I come down here. Look at all the weeds over here. Look, the sage, the pineapple sage, made it para acá. Some mint growing out the bricks over here. Look at all these weeds. And I plucked most of this area of weedage. Y mira para allá. Como vuelven de nuevo. No respect. What the hell is this? This doesn't look like your average weed. What the hell are you? What is that? I'm gonna take a picture and cross-reference it on Google Photos. Pues sí. I thought I was gonna be more frazzled because my garden is so hideous and not orderly. Not that it's hideous, it's just so unorganized and unruly. And it turns out I'm fine with it. I'm fucking fine with it. I would have never in a million years thought I'd be okay with such madness, but here we are. Como cambian las cosas, ¿verdad? My chair is right here. I've yet to spend any like alone time back here. And I think for my birthday, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm coming back here and I'm gonna just enjoy my garden. Oh boy. All right, world. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. So I'm in my kitchen now making the tea. So I've got my sprig of lamb's ear and that piece of pineapple sage you saw growing from the ground. I clipped it. It's now in a pot of water. And with this, I shall make myself 1 mug of tea. And the rest of the water will be for tomorrow's tea. I'll save the rest of it in a container along with both of these things, this and that. And that's it, man. You can add honey, you can add sugar, you can add whatever the fuck you want. Normally, I just don't either A, add anything, or B, add a little bit of honey. Whatever you want is fine. You can add sugar. This is, what is this? This is brown sugar, raw sugar, and coconut sugar is in here. There's like a mix of all of it. This is honey with the honeycomb. All right, enough of my cabinet.